Have you ever noticed how much power people have over you? Not with their hands, but with their words. A single comment ruins your mood. A single look makes you doubt yourself. You walk into a room feeling confident, and one glance, one tone, one joke, suddenly you're questioning everything about yourself. You tell yourself you don't care, but if we're being honest, you do. We all do. Because deep down, there's a part of you that still wants to be liked, to be seen, to be enough. And that's okay, it's human. But here's the truth. As long as you need validation, you'll always be a prisoner to it. The moment you depend on approval, you stop belonging to yourself. That's why your peace feels temporary, why no achievement feels like enough. Because you're not chasing purpose, you're chasing permission. But what if you could let go of that need completely? What if no opinion, not a single one, could control how you felt ever again? It's possible. But to get there, you'll have to confront the truth that most people spend their entire lives avoiding. You think that what hurts you comes from the outside, the criticism, the rejection, the silence. But nothing external can truly hurt you unless there's already an open wound inside. You're not reacting to what they said. You're reacting to what it activated within you. That insecurity, that old memory, that story you've been carrying quietly for years. That's why one person can shrug off rejection like it's nothing, while another collapses under a single word. It's not the comment, it's the wound it touches. So if you want to stop being bothered by people, you don't need thicker skin. You need deeper understanding. Because the world doesn't get quieter. You do. We've been taught that strength means ignoring pain, that confidence means not caring, that peace means silence. But that's not strength, that's suppression. And suppression always leaks out through anger, insecurity, overthinking, or apathy. True strength doesn't come from ignoring emotion. It comes from mastering it.
You can't control what others say, but you can always choose what it means to you. That's power. Imagine being so centered that people's opinions don't shake you. They just pass through you. Their noise fades into the background while your focus stays razor sharp. That's not arrogance. That's emotional freedom. For years, you've been performing, trying to look strong, sound confident, seem unbothered. But that performance has only made you fragile, because the more you pretend not to care, the more you actually do. The act itself is proof that you're still seeking approval. You think silence makes you stoic, but silence isn't peace if it's hiding fear. You think being indifferent makes you free, but you're not free if you're still fighting to seem unaffected. True freedom begins when you stop pretending, when you stop running from discomfort and start understanding what it's trying to teach you. Because pain, when faced, becomes wisdom, but pain, when avoided, becomes a pattern. There's a strange paradox in all this. The less you try to protect yourself, the stronger you become. Most people build walls. They say, "I don't care anymore," but inside, they're bleeding. You don't become unbothered by hiding your wounds. You become unbothered by healing them. When you accept yourself, every flaw, every insecurity, every imperfection, you take away the world's power to use them against you. You stop fearing judgment because you've already seen your own darkness and made peace with it. That's why the calmest people often feel the deepest. They've already walked through their fire. They don't need to prove anything anymore. Here's the irony. When you stop caring about being liked, you actually become more magnetic. Because people are drawn to energy that doesn't need anything. They sense your calm, your ease, your quiet power. You no longer chase approval. And that's exactly what makes people respect you. Confidence isn't about being loud or bold. It's about being so comfortable in your own silence that it fills the room louder than noise ever could. That's the kind of presence that turns heads. The kind that says, "I know who I am, and nothing you say can take that away." And here's where it gets even more powerful. The moment you stop caring about being judged, you start caring about what truly matters. Your goals, your peace, your growth. Because all that mental energy you wasted replaying conversations, explaining yourself, proving yourself, you get it back. And with that energy, you can finally build. You stop reacting and start creating. You stop doubting and start moving. You stop chasing and start becoming. The people who rise above aren't the ones who never feel pain.
They're the ones who learn how to feel it without letting it define them. And when you stop being defined by your emotions, you stop being limited by them. You finally understand that life is not about avoiding discomfort. It's about learning how to remain calm in its presence. Now let's be clear, this isn't about being emotionless. It's about emotional intelligence. You'll still feel things, you'll still get triggered, but you'll understand them instead of being consumed by them. You'll start to see life like a movie. You're not the scene anymore, you're the director. You decide what stays, what leaves, and what's worth your energy. And slowly, the things that once made you spiral will barely make you blink. That's when you realize you've changed, not because the world became easier, but because you became quieter inside. You realize that peace isn't the absence of noise. It's the strength to remain still while everything around you moves. There will come a day when someone criticizes you and you don't even flinch. Not because you've stopped feeling, but because you've stopped needing to defend yourself. That's when you'll finally understand real confidence. It's not built in front of people. It's built in silence. In the moments when no one is watching, and you still choose to keep your peace. Not the kind that's cold and distant, but the kind that's alive. Peace that doesn't need to prove anything. Peace that simply is. That's what it means to be truly unbothered, because nothing outside can destroy what you've already made peace with inside. And once you reach that point, you realize that being unbothered isn't about caring less. It's about caring right. Caring about things that actually matter. Your growth, your purpose, your inner world. Because once you start protecting your peace more than your pride, the world can't touch you anymore. And maybe that's the real lesson here. Not that you should stop feeling, but that you should feel everything deeply and still choose not to lose yourself in it. Because calm isn't something you find, it's something you create. Moment by moment, every time you choose understanding over reaction, acceptance over resistance, peace over noise. And the day you master that, you'll no longer need anyone's validation, because you'll finally have your own. And if you're ready to take that calm even further, to turn that inner stillness into outer confidence, watch my next video, How to Be Confident Around Anyone. Because peace makes you unshakable, but confidence? That's how you make the world listen, without ever raising your voice.